1955, a young pilot fresh out of the Navy was looking to start a career, but he was adamant that this new job would not be in aviation. Instead, he chose a vocation he experienced from his youngest days, growing up on a hill farm outside of Ruston, and as a college student scouting cotton fields for insects. But Ray Young wasn't going to be a farmer. He was going into the agriculture consulting business.
It just sounded to me like this is something brand new, and this is going to be a need at agriculture. And it made me think about it. When I was getting out of the Navy, I needed a job somewhere, and I thought, I believe this would be a good business to get into. I like that idea, and kind of independent. Of course, in consulting, you have a lot of bosses, but day to day, I was my own boss. So I could line up my own work, and the thing is, I was doing something that I like to do, and I was helping someone, and I was earning a living. Life is like mountain railroad with an end in its breath.
At the time, cotton was king, and the largest cotton patch in Louisiana was found in Franklin Parish. Young moved to Wisner because of the opportunity, and he was well on his way to launching one of the most successful consulting operations in the state.
Fortunately, most everybody took our advice and ran with it, and it was mostly because they felt like we were out in that field and we were learning, and we knew a little more about that field than he did. We relieved a grower of a certain thing that he had to do, freed him up to do other things.
Young enjoyed immediate success, allowing him to begin his own farming operation in 1958. He partnered with his son Jesse in both the consulting and farming businesses more than 30 years ago, and together they came up with one of the most innovative techniques adopted in agriculture. Called no-till farming, the practice developed because the soil in the area was often too wet to plow in the spring, causing crops to be planted late.
So then some other folks want to know, well, how is this working out? We said, well, we think it's going to work, but we want to get a little more experience before we start talking too good about it. So after the third year, we were able to plant a crop and get it up, and we were almost doubling our yields because we were getting planted on time. So people started hearing about it, and we started talking about it. And of course, first of all, we talked with our clients that we were consulting for. Here's what we think will work out good for these sharky clay soils. And after a few years, we figured out this will work for any kind of soil. Tried a lot of things that didn't work, tried a few things that did work. You know, that's kind of the way it's been.
Young has been a voice for agriculture much of his career. He realized long ago that agriculture is key to keeping America strong, and a thriving agricultural sector is vital.
It's the biggest national security that we have, is being able to feed our nation. We hear a lot about sustainability. Well, if you're going to be sustainable, you have to make a little profit along the way. So it's keeping agriculture viable is why I've spent the time that I have being an advocate and giving something back to a system that has been so good to me.
Young credits his family for much of his success, especially Dorothy, his wife of 64 years. He says she did whatever needed to be done for the farm or the consulting business, including driving tractors or packing modules of cotton. It also gave him the opportunity to pursue the career he was destined to.
Couldn't have been happier. When I was growing up and chopping and picking cotton, I never dreamed that I would be able to get back into farming as we have been, and meet a lot of the good folks in the world in the field of agriculture. It's been a blessing. I wouldn't change anything that I've done that I can think of now. Nothing.